PK52, the Saturday morning meeting in the Boston region offices for the week for the 2020 Highlander launch. Hey, we're having a really good time. As promised last week, I interviewed the salespeople before the training session, and they had a good idea of the Highlander. The interviews this week, wait till you see them. They're really focused on Highlander versus the competition, the ride quality, the upgrades this year. I think you're going to learn a lot by hearing from the actual salespeople in New England. Hey, we're here at the 2020 Highlander launch. Tell them who you are and where you work.
John Peter, Route 44 Toyota.
Route 44 Toyota. So you got to drive, go through the sessions. Tell me what you picked up today. What do you love about the Highlander?
The quality of the ride, the build, the fit, everything about the vehicle is right there. It's right there.
I mean, that's the dynamics of building a new platform and have that platform to be stiffer and everything. The ride quality goes up. And you guys got to drive it on some wet roads. It worked out really nice, right? What'd you think about the competition?
Blah.
Okay.
So there's nothing. The Ascent was flat. The Honda Pilot hasn't changed.
He didn't say terrible. He just said blah, and I think that's a really good statement. That says it all. Tell him where you are and who you are.
Raynham, Massachusetts, John Pena.
Route 44. Come see him. He's waiting on you.
Thank you.
So let me ask you a question. Who are you and where do you work?
I'm Andrew Rocco, and I work at Atlantic Toyota in Lynn, Massachusetts.
And just to be honest, tell somebody how long we've known each other.
We've known each other for almost 30 years.
Dang, I've been doing this for over 30 years. Woo, got to get out, baby. All right, listen, we got Highlander today. You got to be around everybody. I mean, we got all kinds of different salespeople. Some just starting, some veterans like you that have been on the floor and done everything for a while. What did you pick up today on the Highlander launch?
Well, I mean, some of the things are, it's always good to get in comparison to the different vehicles that are out there. We drove the Pilot, and we felt how old and outdated it is. We also drove the Subaru, and we felt, some of the differences in some of the old toggle switches on the steering wheel, very cumbersome. And then the Jeep, which is, actually does very well, but rolled in the corners, which I felt that the suspension on the vehicle, it just didn't feel sure-footed like you think, when you see the commercials, think, wow, this is going to be grabbing the road. Didn't feel like that, whereas the Highlander felt, because of that global chassis that they put into these vehicles, it felt heavy, it felt connected to the road, it felt like it made you a better driver.
It's funny because a lot of people will duck these launches. They won't come out. I mean, maybe you don't want to go through the training sessions or everything. That's on you. But to actually get to be able to drive the competition, which we don't get to do very often, really makes a difference. So tell them where you are and who you are one more time.
I'm Andrew Rocco. I work at Atlantic Toyota in Lynn, Massachusetts.
It's a good place to go. Come see him. There's a rumor, my brother, you're from Rhode Island.
I am.
Tell them who you are and where you work.
Shane Diamond from Belize Toyota of Warwick.
I can't even say I can't even say that right and everything. So you did Highlander launch today. What are your takes?
I like the Highlander. It's come a long way from even 19 to 20. The electronics have increased dramatically.
How do you feel about the safety?
The safety is phenomenal. I would drive it. I would put my kids in that car over the Honda Pilot or any other one.
I don't know why everybody wouldn't say that. I said, this is the car that I would buy for my children. I think that's a real statement. Let me tell you something. In the class today, he didn't get too excited. He's hard to move. He's like a big rock and everything. But you could tell the guy comes back. He wants to tell you guys in the nation why this vehicle's so good. So I can tell you, if you're watching this right now and you're thinking about a car, you just need to tell them where you are and who you are, and they're coming.
Shane Diamond, Belize Toyota of Warwick.
In Rhode Island. Bam. Tell them who you are and where you work.
I'm Wilbur. I'm from Toyota Braintree.
Braintree's a great store. So you just drove the Highlander. You went through the classes. Tell me a couple of things you really picked up today on Highlander.
I've already sold a couple Highlanders. I gotta say, being able to get behind the wheels and actually drive the vehicle on road conditions compared to competitors, I gotta say we're hands down one of the better vehicles you're gonna be able to get on the market at the price that we offer.
Yeah, after driving the competitors today, you have an even bigger story than you had before. So tell them where you are and where you work.
I am Wilbur, and currently I am in the Toyota Mansfield headquarters, regional headquarters, and I work at Toyota Braintree.
Come see him at Braintree. He is waiting for you. Hey, there's a rumor that you work at Toyota Braintree. Is that true?
It is true.
You want to tell them who you are?
My name's Samuel, and I work at Toyota Braintree.
And we talked about the Highlander day. You went through the launch. Now, I know you've had the units on the ground and everything. What did you pick up today? What did you really think about the Highlanders you went today?
With all the features that the Highlander offers, it's a much more comfortable ride compared to the competitors that we had. They had a lot stiffer suspension in the vehicles. The actual seats in it were a lot more comfortable for long road trips and things like that.
You know, the funny thing about it is, even though the ride was more comfortable, the performance you could feel it driving the car, so it didn't have a bunch of sway and roll. Compare it to the Jeep Grand Cherokee. What do you really feel the difference in the two drives on those?
Well, the Jeep felt more like a truck. I felt everything on the road. It's a lot more bumps. It wasn't as comfortable. It didn't glide kind of over the pavement.
I mean, they try to stack that vehicle up like it's a seller against a Highlander. It's not even close, is it?
I don't think so.
Tell them where you work and who you are one more time.
My name's Samuel, and I work at Toyota Braintree.
Come see him. Tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Sarah Fallon. I work at Hart Toyota, Worcester, Mass.
Hart Toyota's a great place. Sara Lee, baby, I'll never forget this girl. Look, man, she's one of the charging female salespeople out there. She works with her customers. Now, you got to experience Highlander today at the launch. What were the things that stood out today in the launch that you really, really saw were different about the Highlander?
The control, the drive, it's smooth. It's just my favorite.
You know, funny.
It's just my favorite.
The car does look good. It's got good eyes and everything. But when you get behind the wheel, everything changes. I mean, it doesn't drive like a giant vehicle it is. It drives like a passenger car.
It does. You have complete control. It's easy. Field of vision, fabulous. No blind spots.
No blind spots. I got to tell you something. I know a little bit about HAR, and their salespeople are there to help you. They are well educated. It is a fantastic place to shop. And Sara Lee's your girl. Come see her.
Thank you so much, Casey.
Thanks a lot.
It's a pleasure.
You know, tell them who you are and where you work.
My name is Yahaira Cabello, and I work at Hart Toyota.
I met her when she just started the business, and you talking about a girl that is hungry to meet some customers. This is her. You need to come see her at HAR. First of all, you drove the Highlander today. You went through the classes. What did you really think about the Highlander as the day wrapped up?
It's a great vehicle. More features, more torque, more power, more for your money. Money well spent. Come get you some at Hart Toyota. I'm Yahaira, and I'm a product specialist.
You know, I was going to go further, but she just said it all. Come see her, Hart Toyota. Go. Tell them who you are and where you work.
So my name is Rocco and I work at Imperial Toyota in Milford, Massachusetts.
Imperial Toyota, they are freaking awesome. So you learned a little bit about the Highlander today. You got to drive. So what was the biggest thing that you saw today?
One of the biggest things that I saw today was, you know, the interior change and how they stepped up their game big time on how luxurious the car felt when you got in, you know. And the second thing I would say, one other thing is the drive ride. With the new system that they added, it's very smooth.
So you drove against the competition. How did you feel it shaped up against the competition?
It shaped up very well. So I got to drive the Subaru Ascent, which I felt it lacked a little bit.
It surprised you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It surprised me really much. But against that, I think the Highlander is definitely very superior.
All right, tell them who you are and where you work.
My name is Rocco, and I'm at Imperial Toyota, Milford, Mass.
Come see him. He's ready for you.
We're ready.
Man, you're about to hear from it. Tell them who you are and where you work.
I'm Yahaira Cabello. I work at Imperial Toyota in Milford.
All right, man, we got two at Imperial and everything. That means everybody's going to buy Highlanders at Imperial. So give me a woman's perspective today. Women are going to buy this car. What do you think the big advantage are for the female buyer for the Highlander?
I don't know, just for the female, but I think for everybody, the interior is much better than it used to be.
Okay, so they stepped up and upgraded the interior. And what do you think about the ride quality?
It's much quieter, very smooth. It's a good ride.
I mean, if you live in a major populated area, having the elimination of noise, vibration, and harshness just makes the ride back and forth to work more comfortable every day. She nailed it. Tell them who you are and where you work one more time.
I'm Yahaira Cabello, and I work at Imperial Toyota in Milford.
Why would you not go see her? Tell them who you are and where you work, bro.
I'm Rick Lee at Toyota, Wilbur, Mass.
I mean, Wilbur, let's talk about it right now. Listen, I know you have an opinion today. Look right in the camera and tell the people in the nation what you loved about Highlander.
What I love about the Highlander, you don't have to pay extra for all the luxury stuff that you're going to get in that vehicle. You go to another make, you're going to be paying $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for the stuff we give you already included in that price.
That is so freaking well said. I've had 2 weeks and nobody ever said that. So we stacked this vehicle up. There's no base model anymore, is there?
There's no base model.
All right, as you drove the car, you got to drive against the competition. What flared in your mind? What did you think about the drive?
It drives like nothing you've ever driven before, especially for the size of the SUV it is. You get in that thing, you sit in that seat, No matter if you're in leather or you're in the cloth interior, you feel like you're sitting on your recliner in your living room.
You know, the funny thing about it is we get worried when our price point gets up to close to 50,000. I get it. We're in the luxury lineup right now. There are luxury cars out there right now that can't shine against Highlander, and he's just explained exactly why that is. So tell him one more time who you are and where you work.
I'm Rick, Lee at Toyota, Wilbur, Mass.
This guy knows what he's doing. Come see him. Hey, Ricky, tell him who you are and where you work, brother.
My name is Ricky Arroyo. I work for the Westboro, the best dealership, Westboro Toyota.
Westboro, baby. It's an awesome place. Hey, let me ask you a question. You drove the Highlander today.
I did.
So what did you like about the classes or the Highlander? What did you pick up today?
It's one of the best segment, the best vehicle I ever driven. It has a great torque, great, all the amenities which are a comfort ride, safest vehicle on the planet, I would say.
Wow, safest vehicle on the planet.
Yes.
One of the cool things is you got to drive the competition day, right?
I did indeed.
So what surprised you about the competition? Some of them didn't match up, did they?
Obviously the curve and ride and noisy and a hump on the floor. There's a lot of things I noticed when you compare with other vehicles, Subaru, Honda Pilots, and Ford. I found the Pilot, obviously the Highlander is the best vehicle.
You know, the funny thing about it is by doing these launches, we get to drive the competition. It makes all the difference in the world because now you can share that with the customer. Tell them one more time what your name is and where you work.
My name is Ricky Arroyo. I've been working for the 15 years with only Toyota, which I love it. And I'm working for the Westboro Toyota.
Come see him at Westboro. He's waiting for you. Tell them who you are and where you work.
My name's Lance Perkins. I work at Langway Toyota in Newport.
Langway in Newport, man. They sell cars there. Hey, you got to experience the ride and drive today. You got to drive the competition. Your takes today. What did you really pick up today that you think will help you?
A lot, to be quite honest. The Highlander, number one, is out of everything that we drove today, the Subaru, Grand Cherokee, especially the Honda Pilot, was by far and away the best.
It blew you away when you really compared the two, right?
Absolutely.
It is a little rainy today, so the roads weren't great today, so you got a good day to actually test these things. As far as the features on the car, what are your customers saying they really love about the car?
Especially the safety features. That's the number one thing that everyone's asking me for when they come in. And just the fit and finish of the thing, to be quite honest. Just all of the luxury features inside. The leather just looks so much more quality than everything else.
I mean, we've moved into Highline, haven't we? So affordable cars that look like Highline. You speaking of Highline, tell them who you are and where you work.
Lance Perkins, work at Langway Toyota in Newport.
Take the drive, come see him. Hey, KCNX here in the Boston region doing a 2020 Highlander launch. Tell them who you are and where you work.
So I'm Nana from Hart Toyota, and this is Darren.
Hey, I got to tell you right now, when he came in today, I said, "Oh, your hair is red." So listen, you got to go through all 3 shifts of the Highlander today. So I know you have a little bit of background, probably already sold one. What did you pick up today? What do you like, really what you saw today? What do you like about the Highlander?
I think just the whole redesign of it, because it did a lot better things compared to the 2019 model. Safety is a huge thing, obviously, for family and things of that nature, and the vehicle's a beast, in all honesty.
What did you think about the overall drive?
So smooth. So smooth. We drove a whole bunch of other vehicles, and it was no comparison, in all honesty.
All right, tell them who you are and where you work.
I am Nana from Hart Toyota, and check out the hashtag #AskForNana. I'd be honored if you guys check it out.
He's waiting. Come see him.
Yeah, this is my Toyota.
Tell them who you are and where you work.
I'm Michael from Langway Toyota, Newport.
Langway Toyota, Newport. So we did the Highlander day, the launch. So give them a couple of things that you picked up today in the Highlander
I
launch.
really like the stability control on it, like how it was a lot bigger than the last model as well too, which keeps that stability. I love the interior, the redesign, sport controls. It has the rock, sand, mud, dirt, snow controls, which you can kind of tweak more of the all-wheel drive features, which I was really impressed with, and especially that screen. I mean, that screen's amazing, man, you know? So.
I got to tell you, we've added more content to this thing, kept the price down, made it a better vehicle, and when these guys come and get fired up, cars are sold. So tell them where you are one more time and who you are.
Michael, I'm from Langway Toyota of Newport.
Just drive out to Newport. He is waiting for you.
Come see me for the new 2020 Highlander.